All right, you guys. So, good evening. Um, I have a lot of controversy with my professional individual eyelash video. So, there's a few questions that you guys ask me all the time, and some of them you really kind of get on my nerves. Some of you just kind of make statements, and I feel like you don't really know what you're talking about when you're making certain statements because, for one, you're not live. And that the main thing that I want to address is that you guys always talk about how much glue is actually on the lashes when the title of the video plainly states to apply the lashes like a professional, which means to get paid to do the service, not just putting them on yourself, but to actually get paid money to do it. You have to do certain things for them to last when you're doing it. So people are not going to pay you to do lashes that are going to fall out within a week. They want longevity for their money. They want to be able to wake up, shower, bathe, and things like that. Uh, Once you have applied the lashes, when you apply those lashes and they come off as easily, then you develop a reputation of you can apply lashes, but you cannot apply them where they would last. So I teach you how to do things so you can make money doing it. This particular video, I'm just gonna go over, address a few questions that you guys may ask me, and then I'm gonna actually have a video where you guys could actually go get the materials and sit down with me, and you can actually learn. I'll teach you from your home how to apply the lashes. So first, we're going to talk about some of the tools that you'll need in order to accomplish that. So first thing, you're going to need. You don't necessarily have to have it, but the first thing you'll need. Excuse that. We weren't able to clean that. This is a mannequin head that my students use, and we use the mannequin head, and it has different complexions on it, so that you can practice makeup colors and techniques and things on different skin tones. But anyway, if you have a mannequin head, it's just going to make it a lot easier for you to learn. But I'm going to teach you how to do it even if you don't have a mannequin head. So, number one, you need a mannequin head. Okay. Now, normally, for me to just teach you individual lashes, it's usually a $300 class. This particular class is going to be a recorded class, like I said, and you'll be able to do it from your home. This class, I'm going to start it at $99 that you'll be able to do from home. You'll also be able to ask me questions, anything like that, on what you may see. Okay, so the next thing you're going to need, I think I left something. Oh, no, I didn't. The next thing you will need is you will need some 747 short. Now, normally in my class, I usually supply this for you. It comes with a learning kit and a practice kit. So I'm going to say get yourself 10 packs of the 747 short. Okay. This is what they look like. You will get 10 packs of the 747 short. If you cannot find them in your area, I will come back and update where you guys will be able to purchase them from me online, and it will be a 10 pair package on there that you'll be able to purchase. So you want to get you some 747 shorts. Then, okay, I did not have the individuals in black. Now, the reason why I practice, we're going to practice with the blue and white package. Okay. And you want to get you some medium individual flare lashes, and you want to make sure they have the knot on them. So you want to make sure the knot is in there. You want to get some medium flare lashes, and you want to get 10 packs of these. Okay. So you want to get 10 packs of these in order to do this class. Um, and you're going to need some good tweezers. So this particular tweezer, I don't know if you can see too high. You want to get a tweezer that is slanted, okay? That's comfortable in your hands, but not too harsh. Do not get those regular metal, old time, back in the day type of tweezers. You need to get the tweezers where you can lightly press, okay? And you can use. All right, and next you want to have you some glue. Um, Preferably a latex glue. There's different brands that you can get. I do not advertise the brand here, but there will be several different brands that will be in a link that I'm going to include in my description bar. Okay, so we'll have that. What else do we need? Okay. All right, so those are the things that you will need for the class. But now I'm just going to give you guys some tips and tricks or whatever of different things. And this is basically if you are already doing individual lashes on your clients, and maybe you might have a few questions to you want me to clarify certain questions for you. So first thing is a lot of people get extensions confused with individuals. A lot of people get extensions confused with individuals. Okay, now, individuals, I know extensions are like individuals, but they're not called individuals. Individuals were around first. Okay, this right here, this is individual single. And then this right here is individual cluster. These particular lashes were around hundreds of years ago before the extensions. Okay. So these were around first. These are called individuals. So sometimes people get extensions confused and they call extensions individuals. They are not. They are called extensions. All right. Now, you see this single one here? Now, these singles are not actually single. Um, if you ever see a pack of these, you will, if you look at them very, very closely, you will see that it is maybe 2 or 3 hairs together. So they're not totally, it's not like one hair. It's actually 3 hairs, 2 or 3 hairs that look like one. Okay, but it's not really a single. It's actually maybe 3 hairs in those singles. So if you ever see them in real life, you'll be able to see that. All right. Next, here's extensions. These are extensions. Now, Extensions are sold either like this, or sometimes they're in a little pot and they're sold individually. Now, I purchased mine this way because it's easier for me to lift the single lash. So you take a pointy tweezer to remove the lash from the strand. So sometimes you see this little piece of tape, you'll see people remove this tape, and either, they'll put it somewhere where they can easily take the single from uh the single from the tape. So if you look really closely, let's see if I can show you. If you look really closely, you see where it's brown here? I've already removed lashes from there. So these lashes here, they are individually put on there, and you would take one off at a time. I'm not going to take one off because these are expensive. So I'm not going to remove them from this piece of tape. But you can get your little tweezers and remove one hair at a time. All right. I'm going to do a sample of the glue that I place on my individuals, just to show you guys and clarify to you of how much glue is actually used. Okay, so it's not coming out. This has split. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little glue from the top. Okay, so, oh, well, you know what? I'm going to talk about that too. A lot of people have a hard time removing lashes from the blue and white pack. And what they'll do is they rip the lashes up and they pull them out, and then the lash is destroyed. Well, lashes are very fragile, so you have to take your time removing them from the pack. Do not waste your money. Okay? Normally, when I teach, one pack should be used for one customer. Okay? So, normally, what you would do if you're using this blue and white pack, you would do one whole row and a half on one eye. Now, if you have a client that wants a more natural application, what you can do is when you're applying them, you can apply one row. Show your client the one row that you've applied. If they want more or fuller, then you go ahead and do half of the second row. If your clients want, now remember, every time when your client wants more, it's a different price. So if they only get one row on each eye, then you will have your base price. No, you can do a cheaper price basically. So if they did one row, me personally, I only do one row and a half. That's my base price. Now, you got some people that like a fuller look, and they've actually started making the blue and white pack now thicker, just like everybody else. Everybody is making a thicker individual lash because of I Envy. I Envy started it, which I'm going to show you those in a minute. They started having the different fullness of these lashes. Now everybody is doing it. So, when they start one thing and it catches on and they see, this company making all the money, and then there's a drop in theirs, then they want to catch on and everybody wants to do it. But anyway, every time you're doing more, you want to charge more. So my base is one row and a half. If your clients want more than that on the eye, then you can decide how you want to do that. You can charge $10 more, $5 more, however you want to do it. Normally, this particular pack is going to cost, well, I get mine's wholesale, so it costs me 80 cents for this pack. Okay, so you can decide if you want to go up $5, $10, whatever your fee is. And I would base it not just on using more product, but also how long it takes you to do it. All right, so now you know how to base your prices. Your base price, if you're working with the blue and white pack, should be no more than $25. Okay, that's your base price. Start at $25. The more they want, the more you charge. Now, let's talk about how you remove them. Now, the thing with these blue and white pack, what makes it difficult for you to remove it is sometimes where that little dot is, it's too much glue. Okay? So when you see that, you definitely want to make sure you take your time to remove. So you're going to take your flat tweezers, these slanted tweezers that I told you need, and let's see if you guys can see. Just going to go in here, and what you're going to do is you're going to loosen the lash up from the base. Okay, and then you're going to lightly pull it out. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this, but one of the strands of the lash pulled out of shape. So what you would do, instead of you getting rid of this lash, remember, everything costs. So keep that in mind. You're going to take this and you're basically going to press it back into the shape. And now it looks like a normal flare. And there we go. All right, so we took the flare. Uh-oh. All righty. And now we're going to get some glue. All right, so the amount of glue that you use is going to depend on the length of the lash. All right, I don't think you guys can see. All right, so this right here is the amount of glue that everybody thinks is too much glue. This is how much glue, and this is how I look at you crazy when you telling me it's too much glue or whatever. This is why, because it's only a little bit of glue. I'm going to stick that on my hand. All right, now, you need to have those lashes on the base. I mean, the glue on the base in order for these lashes to last. All right, another thing you guys asked me. You asked me how to remove. Give me a second. Let me grab something for you to remove it. Alrighty. So I had a young lady who sent me a question. She said that she put hers on with the Ardell glue, the Ardell Lash Tight. The Ardell Lash Tight is a very, very strong glue. When you are using that, well, first of all, I rarely use the Ardell glue anymore. I used to use the Ardell glue all the time, but what happened was clients, when they go home, they are ripping their lashes out instead of going through the process of soaking the lashes off, taking their time to remove the lashes. Um, they were just ripping their lashes off, and I really couldn't understand that. I didn't understand how you're ripping something so fragile out of your eyes without, you know, you know, preparing them or steaming them off or using something to loosen up the glue to remove the lashes. They just ripping them off. So, um, for or because of a client request, I started using a more like a latex glue. The latex glue is easier to remove because all you have to do once you wet them, uh, if you wet them a lot, then the lashes will come off. Now the Ardell Lash Tight is more of a waterproof glue. It is so if you have a client whose eyes water a lot, that's a good choice to that's a very very good choice to use. Also, if they have watery eyes, and what I mean by watery eyes is people who cry all the time. If you have very very bad allergies and your eyes constantly tear, if you're doing a lot of working out, that's also another reason to use a waterproof glue. If you like to hang out at the beach, that's another reason to use um, the waterproof glue. Another waterproof glue is the La Charm Lash Glue, which is this one here. The La Charm Lash Glue. Um, both this one and the Ardell Lash Tight, they both get hard. Um, some of the things that I've heard with these particular glues, not this one. This one doesn't get as hard as the Ardell glue. Um, so I'm gonna give you the pros and cons that different clients have told me about. So with the Ardell Lash Tight, I have had clients say that when it dries, it's too hard. I've had people say that it can scratch their eyes. I think when their lashes start to grow out or they get the new growth, maybe it's hitting some part of their eyes. But I have had people complain about um, it feels hard on the lashes when they have them on. What else? That's about it. And then, of course, being difficult to remove, they say. And this one, the only complaint that I've had, I haven't had anybody say that this one is too hard or anything, but I have had someone say that it stings. So maybe when you have it on and then your eyes get watery or too watery, then this one here can sting. Now, I haven't heard that a lot. I only heard that from a few, maybe one or two people. So they could have sensitive eyes. All right, now removing. I've had a few people ask me how to remove the individual lashes. I use a more gentle thing, a gentle process. The first thing I'll use is an eye makeup remover. So this one is by NYX. I like this one because it has a little oil that's mixed in with it, and it's not so harsh. I use this one a lot. I also use this one to clean up around the eyes, things like that. You don't have to worry about making a big mess. Okay. If I'm using an Ardell glue or the La Charm glue, I would use a cleanser. It's a facial cleanser. I would soak it on their lashes, and then I would use a hot steaming towel, and I would lay it across their lashes for a little while until the glue starts loosening up. And then once the glue starts loosening up, sometimes I'll have to use some tweezers to go in between the different lashes to loosen it up to remove the glue. Another eye makeup remover is the NYX gel. This one is just a little bit thicker, and I mean, it's just giving you a different feel. I still like this one better than this one. But they both do pretty good. But this one is better, I think, because of the oil. What else have I had people ask me? Oh, I've had people ask me, was the person that I was doing the lashes on laying down? And the question is, she was lounging back. Yes. There's a reason why I do everything with the person lounging back. For one, for the comfort of the customer. And for two, I'm short. So I'm only 5 feet tall. So I have to arrange people a certain way when I'm doing any type of um, service on them because I'm only 5 feet tall. So, and then, I'm kind of up in age. I have to make sure that I'm not bending because I don't want that hump in my back up here that I'm sure you've seen some professionals when they've been doing things a long time. So I'm very particular about my posture, which is something that I teach also my students when they come is I teach them about posture. When you're doing somebody's makeup, you should not be bending in. Your back should always be straight when you're doing services on people. Your body, you have to live with it. So if you don't want certain thing, you don't want to look a certain way, then you got to take care of it. Okay. Um, Let me see what else. I do have a line of eyelash extensions, a cheaper line that you'll be able to purchase. Also on the link, you'll be able to purchase some eyelash extensions that are pretty cheap, and they will be lashes that will they're not overbearing. Um, they can be sexy, but not overbearing to you. So that means that they're not going to be too long. They're not long at all. But these are styles that I know will make your eyes look a certain way. Um, which I also teach in my makeup class. When you come to my school, I teach you about the different styles of lashes on the eye. Here in Atlanta, when I used to do a lot of stripper makeup. I used to go into the different stripper clubs, and I made certain lashes popular here in Atlanta. It was lashes people weren't even purchasing, but clients, they started telling everybody your secrets. What number is that? What number is that? So now those same numbers that I used to put on them. At one point, it was hard to find them in the beauty supply stores, and now, I mean, you see them in the beauty supply stores in abundance, along with concealer. Um, did not have that 15 years ago. Okay, so the best individual lashes to me are the Eye Envy individual lashes. These are the lashes that are in this purple and black pack. Um, First of all, these lashes, they come in different fullness. You know what? And there's something I want to show you. Hold on, I'll be right back again. I'll be right back. Okay, so they come in different fullness. They're made from Remy hair. All right, so we have ultra thick, and then we have just regular, which are called the Lux. Well, actually, this isn't the regular. So there's Lux. They have plain, which I don't even buy those. Lux, and then they have ultra. So with my clients, when I do their lashes, they have two options. They can do Lux or they can do ultra. To me, the regular ones, they don't do anything to your eyes. So when my clients leave, I need for their eyes to pop. Okay, so this is what I use, and I do them in. You can choose from short, medium, or long, and they also have this little thing that they can do, which I use on some of my clients. They have the trios, and so the trios are actually like, say if you have a client who just wants a few lashes on the ends, it's really easy. You can do that. Do a few of them or whatever, and that can actually be a service that you offer. And then they also have these in what do they call these? Well, they have them in different fullnesses. This one right here, three times double the volume. Okay, so this one is ultra black. See, they have ultra. So basically, it's the same names, but you can get these in a thinner fullness. But this one is ultra. So I've had some people come, some makeup artists come and audition, and they bring these. Now, if you have a hard time with your time or you take too long putting in the singles, the clusters, then you need to get the trios so you can move faster. And you can also mix them. You can have the trios, and then like around the corners and stuff like that, you can do your single ones. Okay, so um in my video that I'm gonna do to actually I'm gonna have several different ones. I have some different techniques or different looks that you can create on your client, because I know a lot of times people, they do not use they don't use, or they don't want individuals because the strips have more personality. So strips have a lot more personality, true indeed, but you can also make individuals have more personality. So I'm gonna have some different videos if this is something that you want to do. You want to offer this service to your clients. Um, I'm actually gonna show you different ways on how to ump your money. Okay, and then it's gonna get your creative juices to flowing, and then possibly you will create your own techniques. Okay. So I'm not actually going to tell you the name of those techniques. I gotta create some name, but I have different techniques that I use with individual lashes because people want their lashes to last. But like I told some people, everybody doesn't want to look natural. Some people want to look fake, and some people look damn good fake, and then some people don't. Sometimes I'm in more of a natural thing, which is like right now, I'm more natural. I don't have on any lashes. I do have on makeup, or whatever, but I do ump it up. You have to do that sometimes, and it's nothing wrong with that. If you're wearing fake and it looks good on you, you wearing fake hair, fake nails. Hey, some people nowadays, they got fake body, everything. So if it looks good on you, work it. That's how I feel about it. Um, Everybody, you have your own choice of how you want to look. And I feel like, why should you judge her because she wants long lashes and you want natural lashes? So what? Let her be. If she's looking good, and she's feeling herself, let her do that. You know, um, you got to be versatile as a technician. You got to give your clients what they ask for. All right, so I'm thinking that is all for this particular video. The next video again is gonna show you, or I'm gonna have videos showing you different techniques on different eyelashes, and I also have a secret um type of eyelash that I'm coming up with, individual lashes that I'm coming up with also. So, thank you for tuning in. Um, and I'll see you next time. You guys stay out of trouble. Okay?